Welcome to Down Payment, and in this episode it's going to be controversial, talking about commissions and is it a good pay scheme to be using in this day and age?
Welcome to Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Prepare to learn something new about the industry that keeps us moving.
Welcome back to Down Payment, and first thing I want to remind you to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Links for our social media locations in the show notes. In this episode, I'm going to talk about, does paying commissions make sense in this day and age? It's controversial. Traditionally, this has been a highly commissioned industry, and it's obvious why. We want production, and commission pay schemes reward production. But there's a lot of problems that come along with paying commissions. And the biggest one is poor work for anything that's not being directly commissioned. You've probably seen this if you have commissioned people in your business. We were buy here, pay here. We had commission sales. Our sales were 100% commission. We had commissioned collections. And then our managers managing those personnel were also on a commission basis. But unfortunately, commissions come with a lot of problems, and it can make employees more difficult to manage. You can have poor work behaviors for anything they're not being directly compensated for. That attitude becomes, if I'm not being paid for it, why should I do it? And with commissions, you still end up paying minimum wage when their commissions don't rise to the equivalent of minimum wage. So you're still paying them hourly when they're not meeting that mark. It's also a difficult environment that's created for the rest of your employees that are paid on an hourly basis. So your commissioned people are often really good when they're being directly commissioned. They'll take that customer through the sale and they'll work hard. They'll follow your processes all the way through that customer leaving the lot with their vehicle. But when it becomes activities that don't have a direct pay incentive attached to them, a direct commission attached to them, they're difficult to manage. They're difficult to get compliance with your processes. Commissions shifts the focus of your business to the outcome, the sale that they're compensated for. And it is not paying them for compliance with the process. Getting your processes right in sales and everywhere else in your business is absolutely key to success in this industry. It makes more sense to pay on an hourly basis with sales bonuses or production bonuses than it does to just compensate exclusively for the sale itself. This holds people compliant to their activity through all the work hours. We're breaking that pattern of bad behavior that creates resentment in our industry, where you have a salesperson that'll work hard through the sales process, but they'll take extraordinarily long breaks. They'll sit at their computer and do nothing. They'll take long lunches. And it makes them accountable throughout the work day. It also matches generational expectations. Millennials, Gen Z, are not as into being compensated by commissions as previous generations were. And consumer expectations are better met by the hourly paid employee as well. Customers have grown averse to the commission sales approach. And the big corporate car dealerships have had a ton of success by paying their salespeople hourly. I think it's time that our industry at the independent dealer level take a look at it too. With that, it's been another episode of Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Be sure to check us out, Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Have a good day.
Thank you for listening. Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers, is a production of Meta Financial Services Incorporated.